Enough with the dog and pony bullshit. What's your real question?
New Bordeaux, a modern city with traditional Southern values.
I underestimated how far he was going to go. What he was willing to do.
Visit the historic French Ward and enjoy local cuisine at one of our 5-star restaurants.
Killing them wasn't enough. Lincoln Clay was using them to send a message.
Or spend the afternoon in the bayou and take in its natural splendor.
Sal Marcano had no idea what he was going to unleash.
New Bordeaux, safe, family-oriented fun. Make it your next vacation destination.
This city survived the War of 1812, the Civil War, and God knows how many hurricanes. But when Lincoln Clay went after the mob, he inflicted more damage than all the wars and hurricanes combined.
Hello and welcome to this Video Game Bets review of Mafia 3. It is here. We could not be happier for it. And we stayed up all night last night, 6-7 hours straight, just playing the game, trying to figure out as much as we could to help you go out today and make that informed decision. Is this game going to be worth your $60, $70, $80? Who knows? But is it going to be worth your time first, and is it going to be worth your money? And let's take a look at some things and try to make a good informed decision here. So here we go. First and foremost, if I'm going to explain this game to anyone, I need to mention that it's an adult game with adult themes, and that's a great thing. It's intelligent, and it's going to bring back some of those things that you learned in history class back in high school and college, whatnot.
Heard they're flying James L. Ray back this week. Still amazes me they expect us to believe it was one man who did end Dr. King.
They make a very intentional effort to make the 1960s come to life. This game is set in 1968 in the fantasy city of New Bordeaux, which is a kind of knockoff New Orleans. And I think they did a fairly good job of making the city kind of, look natural. So if I had to use any one word to describe this game, I would go with immersive. And it's very immersive in the sense that it's going to bring that 1960s atmosphere to life. But when they do that, we're going to run into some real big boy issues here. And we're going to talk about racism. It's going to come up often, and we're going to see things like the N-word get used, and misogyny, sexism. It's all here. This game is a real eye-opener for most of them. Okay, so let's move on from some of these, big heavy issues and talk about some more traditional aspects of the gameplay, things like gunplay, the driving, and things like that. So in respects to the way guns work in this game, it is in 1968, therefore we are using guns from that period. However, the gunplay in this game, I'm not going to lie to you, I love it. Although it is third person, we can switch shoulders, we can take cover, and the cover system is so-so. Every once in a blue moon, I would end up taking cover behind something that I did not intend to. And the blind fire mechanic is good. I'm actually fairly happy with that. The AI in this game is very aggressive when you're in a firefight, so these guys are going to run at you. And when you can blind fire, and it's fairly inaccurate, inherent in blind firing. So when you can blind fire, you can keep these guys off of you and have some pretty exciting shootout moments in the game. How does the driving feel? This is huge. They made a whole system for driving in this game. And when you're driving on blacktop as opposed to, let's say, sand or something like that, there's a clear and decisive difference. I drove a car onto a beach. It was a little hill. And, well, the tires have been shot out as well. But still, I couldn't get back up the hill. The sand kept me down there. And that's a crazy element of this game. Now, with all that good said, there is an issue. And that the vehicles do not take adequate damage, in my opinion. You can hit a telephone pole at like 105 miles an hour, which it takes quite a while to get up to 105, by the way, in these 1960s cars, except for maybe your muscle cars and whatnot. But when you hit that telephone pole, it doesn't do enough for me personally. But overall, driving in general is pretty damn good. Any open world game, but especially this game, we're going to get a lot of comparisons here to Grand Theft Auto. And right here, you're going to see my configuration issues with the game. So since it does kind of feel so much like Grand Theft Auto, I end up trying to press the brakes and just diving out of the damn thing. So that happens kind of often, but we can deal with that. All right, so we're about to hit the 5-minute marker, and I really want to keep this quick. We've played 6 hours. I think 5 minutes of a quick review and letting you guys know how we feel at this point is pretty good. I think that's what we're kind of shooting for. So with that all said, I want to go ahead and at this point, after 6 hours, give my recommendation that it's still a buy. Go ahead and spend the money on the game. I've had a great time with it. Everybody's opinion is going to be different. The racial issues in the game are going to affect everybody differently. But all in all, I think it's a very good experience. And even if you don't like it, it's a good push for the gaming industry so that we can start to kind of push more bounds in this world and kind of catch up with radio and TV and whatnot. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you liked it, please subscribe. If not, let me know why in the comments. And I'm serious about that because we're trying to grow and trying to improve. We appreciate all of our subscriptions, and we are working very hard, very diligently to make your subscriptions worthwhile. I want to thank you once again, and have a good one, guys. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Taught us kids to turn the other cheek, not fight back. Problem is that don't work. Not in the real world.